the pinky finger and the ring finger, and you're bringing the tops of them, the pads of those two fingers, the pinky and the ring, to the thumb's pad. The
Okay.
two fingers uninvolved are together and pointing straight. Now bring this down so it's palm face up to your lap. You're going to want to have a little bit of space around you, she says as she realizes she might not. I'm narrating now in third person. Okay, so bring your hands up in front of your body while you inhale and end up with your arms out like a Y.
Okay.
Once your arms are out like a Y, exhale, pausing there. Inhale, and slowly bring your hands back down, palms facing down.
Hmm.
Turn your palms facing up. Go in front of your body by just a couple of inches. Raising your hands again, palms facing up. Inhaling. Go out to the Y. Now exhale, bringing them down. Notice the length of that breath. Palms are facing down. Bring your pinky over. You're not doing it, Darius. Your pinky's floating out there.
Oh, okay.
Pinky and ring finger are touching the pad of the thumb.
Okay.
So can you bring that pinky over?
Oh, I got it. Yeah, like
Yeah, and then
this.
those fingers, yep, you got it.
Oh, okay.
Okay, this is
Y'all see
Pranashanti Mudra.
y'all see this just in case? Okay, we got yep. Okay, there we go. And these two, you see? Okay.
Okay, interestingly enough, I didn't suck my thumb as a little girl. I sucked these two fingers that are pointed straight out.
You
When I
came
learned
out of the
this,
womb activated. Look at you.
I'm not kidding. When I learned this, I was like, oh my God, you've got to be kidding me.
Wow, incredible.
I had a lisp until I was 6.
I bet. Yeah.
Yeah.
This is
Okay,
pretty
so
cool.
raising again, inhaling,
Okay.
go out to the Y. Now visualize diamond white light come pouring down on top of your head. Exhaling, bring the hands down. We're going to speed this up just a tad. So the breath is on the inhale on the way up, palms facing up, arms out to a Y, diamond white light pouring into your crown. Exhaling, bring your hands down, palms facing down. Now you guys go ahead and do 3 more at your own pace. Observing the areas, if you can remember to, that I talked about. Even noticing your palms of your hands. Woo! And last one. Now I can feel some of you shifted out there. Okay, so take a moment once your hands are relaxed in your lap, open your hands up. Maybe shake your head a little bit, roll your neck, roll your head on your neck, and observe your chest area, your palms, your ankles, your third eye. Other than my presence, I've done no energy medicine so far, but the packages will include a couple of these kinds of additional tips. On each group session, I'll be handing out these kinds of ancient tips. You're welcome. Thank you for putting
Wow.
your hands in prayer position. What are you feeling?
Yeah, let me know, guys, what you felt. It was very interesting when I started doing it. I felt like I was breathing first a lot deeper, but it wasn't just like a deep breath. I felt like there was a column of
Yep,
energy
yep,
literally just going through the midline of my body. It felt very
yep,
much like it was going right along the heart line, and I could feel this big column of energy going through, and it felt like a tube. And I
yep.
was like, wow. And I could feel it wasn't just air being breathed, it was life force. I don't know, anyone else feel that? Like life force going through, and it went all the way from my crown to my root, and this whole area is buzzing. And I felt
Yeah,
something kind of like break off and leave. I don't have really time to think what it was, but I literally felt like some heavy thing just kind of broke off and was like gone.
yeah.
So You didn't do energy work. Oh gosh. Well, we got an activation coming, folks. Don't worry. So we're not done yet. We double trouble here today. Double blessings.
That was just my presence, right? So my presence alone
Yeah.
does that along with the pranashanti. Because the tube that you're talking about is totally how I work and conceive of it. Yeah. So,
Oh, good idea. Oh, I wasn't imagining. Okay,
and
tell me more about this tube.
that has nothing to do
Mm,
with the mudra at all. That's me. So
okay.
good receiving, Darius. So the
I
tube
love it.
is your central column. Yeah.
Okay.
And I've been, with more advanced clients working with the 12 chakra column that has been able to come online more rather than just the seven. The 12 chakra column is more for as we move into, I don't usually use the terms 3D, 5D, 7D, but I know
Yeah.
that a lot of people do, so it might help it to be understood more easily. The 12 chakra column seems to be coming more online for people who have hit fifth dimensional to take us into the seventh dimensional. There's a lot more galactic chakras. Excuse me.
Yes.
Excuse me, that's interesting. There's a lot more galactic chakras.
Releasing, baby. We're
Yeah,
all releasing.
I'm interested, and that's what's happening because I just whiffed down my protein drink right before we came on, and so that what we just did has my digestive tract activated more.
Well, Lydia said my root chakra area is buzzing. Penny, this is crazy, right? Not crazy. Why do I say that? Less fibromyalgia pain after doing this.
Brilliant,
So, yeah, not
brilliant,
crazy at all. Totally awesomeness. I shook and cried for 10 seconds, says Dawn. I feel
excellent,
lighter.
Dawn,
Yeah, good for
excellent.
you, my dear one. Greet said, I love that name, by the way. I felt warmth coming up my torso.
Yep,
Yeah.
yep, that's
Third
heat.
eye and right arch. It sounds like Debbie felt energy there.
Brilliant. So the heat is a sense of the life force. Life force is electric and magnetic. Chi, prana, life force, electric and magnetic. And so the magnetism and the electricity both produce heat. So the more that you have that running, that's you're going to have more heat in overall, but particularly in an area where there's a blockage getting cleared too.
Yeah, Penny said she cried briefly. Another person had a release in the ankles. Renew said she felt
Good.
warm. Wow, amazing. Knees are now buzzing, says Lydia. Everything opened up everywhere, more everywhere. So that was just a couple minutes. Amazing, Dr. Allison.
That's not even my signature vibration upgrade
I
system,
know. I was
where my
gonna say
power really is.
no, we're not even getting there. Well, you know what? When you do your vibrational upgrade, I'm gonna do the movements at the same time. No, then I might like bilocate or something, and then people go, "Where'd he go?"
There he is!
He's
Yeah.
gone.
Where is
Like,
he?
hey guys, I transcended. I just wanted to say it's great up here. Carry on, everybody. Um,
Carry
I
on,
want.
everybody. See ya.
See ya. I'm done. Did my work. I ain't coming back. My last round here on the reincarnation wheel. Um, the crystalline light body and the body, and then this area we were talking about, the samskaras. Is there a connection? Like, how does this
Yeah.
relate to maybe our topic today? Because there's a bigger shift happening to all of us. Explain that.
All right, I'm going to reverse engineer and start at the biggest level you just asked that you ended with. So, you have heard of the some of the new dwarf planets getting discovered, right? The new
Yep.
dwarf planets. Okay, so I said this. I think it was in my third book, which was published in 2019, Reasonable Dragons. There's going to be more of a focus on the galactic, and it's interesting that Wall Street Journal has been having. I use this example a lot because it's Wall Street Journal, and having pictures of the full moon on its cover. You'll notice space exploration has increased again in the last bunch of years. So there is an increasing galactic focus as a part of our greatest evolutionary leap or humanity's spiritual awakening, 2012 to 2032 ish. Part of what's happening is the dwarf planets have been discovered. And
Mm.
this is really huge, what I'm about to say. Blew my mind. So I'm going to not say it yet. Part of what I've been doing, tracking, is leading people and guiding people through these times. Humanity's greatest evolutionary leap. I know it's in great part why I was born at the time I was born. I stand under the stars nightly and receive information, ask to receive information, and then I spend time each day working with that information that comes through. Where we are now is everything that I've been talking about, like the new potentials are happening. And so what I understand is these dwarf planets are, I'm going to put that on pause for a second. There was an astrologer. There is an American astrologer, and I'm sorry, please forgive me. I don't remember her name. She was quoted secondhand to me from another astrologer, traced back to find another time in humanity's history when the planets are in such a unique alignment, like they are now and will be for the next couple of years. She had to trace back 4,000 plus year to 4,000 something BC, and she still didn't find a completely matching alignment of how the planets are arranged and will be arranged over the next year or two or three. We are in such a unique time. So this past year in 2025, there was a period of the year where we were living under an alignment of all the planets that the French Revolution and American Revolution happened
Mm,
under. All
wow, yes.
throughout since 2012, I've been talking about like we haven't seen this since 1539, this alignment, and the Civil War occurred when we, so like that's in part how I've been tracking with it. So in that context, what I understand happening now is we have kind of done a jump up with the energies we're going to be living in this year and already are living in, so that there's the new possibilities, the latent potential of the new golden era that's meant to be starting around now. They are already becoming possible for those of us who are light enough or
Mm,
vibrationally high enough to be able to handle that much light, not only in our bodies, but in our consciousness without going nuts. It's kind of
okay.
parallel to the opening, the spiritual awakening or the Kundalini awakening in the yogic path. And some of you have probably heard about, the Kundalini crisis where you awaken too much, too fast, and it can send you can't handle it. So,
Exactly.
yeah, we don't want to do that. And that's not what we're talking about here. But there seems to be this inherent protection in the process of as you get rid of the density. So you may have the belief that, hold on one second, I'm going to just intuit a block from the majority of the audience right now. I'm not,
Oh, okay.
what I just heard was I'm not worthy. And I
Mm,
don't like to be working there because that just seems too easy too, right? So let
mm,
me go more specific. But that is what I heard. I'm not worthy to live the life of my dreams. I am meant, right attached to that is I am meant to struggle. So I'm going to interpret this that I just read a little bit. It's not meant to be that easy.
mm.
And the doubt and even cynicism and distrust around ease. Okay, so that's the whole connection. It's not just I'm not worthy, it's I'm not worthy. I'm meant to struggle. It's not meant to be easy. I'm meant to distrust ease. So some of that is personal. Some of that is your conditioning of the old paradigm. Yeah. So if we take that block, what that does is it correlates to a specific chakra in the subtle energy system. So I'm not worthy coordinates to the solar plexus chakra. That's the top of the digestive tract. And it's related to, each chakra is related to a gland. This one is not. It's related to the pancreas, because that's the top of the digestive tract. I'm not worthy to live the life of my dreams. Live the life of my dreams. That's inspiring. That's uplift. That's the heart chakra. And it's also the sacral chakra, the orange one, the number two, because that means you're not right to feel you don't have the right to feel the way you feel because you are here and you do desire more ease. All of you know that you desire less struggle, less suffering, and more ease. So there's a paradox within the sacral column, pardon me, within the sacral chakra of I don't have the right to feel the way I feel. Every chakra has a right to it. I'm getting a little bit advanced here. Let me simplify. So each block correlates to the relevant chakra that covers that domain of life. And so a chakra is a wheel. That's what it translates from Sanskrit to English. It turns the prana or the vital life force energy. The petals around the symbol of the chakra that you all know of, when you see a symbol for a chakra, it has a Sanskrit writing, but then it has like the lotus flowers petals around it. Those are the aspects to that chakra. Crown's very complex, has 1,000. Root has 2. Less complex, it's down here in more of the lower, slower vibrations of earth rather than the higher vibrations of heaven. So then that block, I'm unworthy to live the life of my dreams. I need to doubt the ease. I can't trust
Mm,
the ease,
yeah,
correlates to specific aspects to the relevant chakras, and that chakra is not then therefore turning the vital life force energy.
yeah, yeah.
So therefore, that part of the body has, if you think of fresh vital life force energy, it's turning onto that musculature because the chakra is the intersection of the mind, the body, and the spirit. So the mind is all
Yes.
levels of consciousness, the body, and the spirit. So along the chakra column, it's linked to the hormonal system, it's linked to the central nervous system. I'm not going to go into it, it's too complex. So if you don't have vital life force energy turning in that area, then you are more predisposed to having not just blockage, but dis-ease.
Mm,
Dis-ease come in. So
mm.
that crystalline body is the end result of running all of these clearings and activations to get the chakras purged of that metaphysical density that
Yes.
does show up as physical density.
That makes perfect sense. Yeah, it makes perfect sense. Oh, but sorry for interrupting, but does this
No,
make
I'm
sense to
done.
everybody? Yeah, perfect. Because it does. It makes complete sense that the more we
Excellent.
can get these running and unblocked and flowing energy the way they should, then it allows that crystalline essence to come forward. And I've kind of noticed that it seems like when we carry blockages these days, they tend to manifest into breakdowns a lot more rapidly than maybe I remember in the past. It seems like we absolutely almost have to become upgraded in some way to continue without some of these challenges, if you know what I'm saying. It's harder to thrive when you're holding on to a lot of unprocessed stuff these days.
Not in these vibrations we're moving into. No.
Okay.
I mean, again, a nickname for this time, 2012 to
Yeah.
2032-ish, is humanity's spiritual awakening. So we have changed, you all can see it, we've changed the
Yeah.
vibrational backdrop we're living in. It's thinner, there's more interconnectivity. You can telepathically think of someone and end up with a text in your hand moments later.
All right.
So the veil is less dense. We are not based in Newtonian physics anymore, our paradigm, which is predictable, apple falling from tree, that gravity based. We are in quantum energetics as
Yep.
our vibrational backdrop for our new paradigm, which is quirks and jumps and leaps and supports a much more energy based paradigm rather than physical matter based paradigm. So if you couple those things, humanity's spiritual awakening times and what I just described about our vibrational backdrop, you are meant to be shifting into more of this light form of yours. And the less work you do, if you're going to have what Darius just said as a result. You're not going to be able to get away anymore as easily with
Right.
the problems.
Right. That's what I meant. Is like you can't really just go, oh well, I'm gonna be a jerk and kick the kick the cat every day and just go about my life. It's like it's gonna show up. It's gonna break down in some way, so you face it.
So
Tell me a
you
little.
face it, really
Yeah,
cute.
exactly. Yeah, so you face it. Tell me about longevity now. I mean, what is possible with longevity and this realm? Maybe that wasn't possible before. And then I got a surprise for everybody. We are going to be doing one of Dr. Allison's signature vibrational upgrades here in just a moment. But longevity, what's possible now?
So I just want you guys to know I've been working with this for decades about
Mm,
longevity. It's part of why I do the qigong and the yoga, and I have a background in tonic herbalism and a background in fitness nutrition. So I've been giving workshops on this even before they did. I was telling Darius this about the mushroom packets that are the combination of medicinal Chinese mushrooms that taste like
mm.
chai lattes. I was making these in health food stores before anybody ever came out with a packet of them.
Yeah, mushroom coffee now is really popular and all these
Yep.
different you were
Exactly
doing it.
that. So
Hmm.
I was doing ones that were flavored as chai lattes and mocha chai lattes most of the time. And as I told Darius, I helped a health food store start a superfood section. So a lot of you don't know that about me. The majority of you don't know that about me because I don't let this come out until you're working with me at the mastermind level. Because our bodies, like what happens in my signature program, Magic Manifestation and Money Flow, it's very interesting and it's relevant here, is once people have worked, it's a 3-month program, and once people have gotten to a certain level of lightness, they automatically start choosing different food. So I watched that purification and
Yes.
improvement happen, transferring from the energy into the physical matter, which is my intention, as I said from the start. Then when they get to working with me in the mastermind level, that's when I introduce more of the longevity geared.
Makes sense.
Yeah, because their body's ready and their mind is ready to choose it, but their body's ready to handle it. Yeah, so it's a
Mm.
process here. And so what I'm talking about with longevity, I have a lot of background in it. Now that you know that, one of the cool things that I was wanting to share.
Now that we've warned you that this is going to be super powerful, and I hope you're ready for it. No, I'm just kidding. Everyone
Thanks,
is
Darius.
divine timing. Everyone is ready, but it's super special. No, go ahead.
It is. Darius was right. I told him this. I've never offered this to the
I
public before
know. I thought they didn't believe me. They're
in this
probably like,
way.
"Oh, he always says that." No, seriously, guys,
I
girls.
really haven't. I mean, I've done the workshops I said where I focus on the tonic herbs that taste like the chai lattes, but I've not brought it all together in the way that I'm bringing my whole background together and what I'm offering in this program. So the plasma. What do you guys feel when you hear that word plasma?
Ooh, so I have a different viewpoint. So y'all let me know what you guys feel when you hear the word plasma. If anyone is brave enough to answer. Okay, I will say, oh, the womb. Interesting, Martina. I like that. What else? Who else? Y'all think of blood, maybe? Blood plasma? I donate blood, but not plasma. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Stars. Oh, wow,
Who's that,
Suzanne.
Suzanne?
Yeah, dude,
Layer
that's
of energy, Natalie. Okay.
oh yeah.
We get the range from
That
physical
is
to stellar.
essence.
Essence,
Interesting. Yeah,
Maria.
very cool.
Plasma. That's what we're asking about in case you missed
Free
that.
energy. Oh yeah, free energy. Scotty, yeah, he's always on the cusp there, my man. Hmm.
What do you see, Darius?
I see two things. I see sort of like the Newtonian biological area of the blood, but then I also have worked with a few people that had plasma tools that were energy devices that used plasma, and it was like charged plasma. So I kind of got that idea
Charged
floating in my mind.
plasma.
Yeah, yeah. It's wild SETI stuff, you know. You go to a SETI ranch and there's all kind of wild stuff where alien ships land and all kind of stuff. So yeah, it was guys doing plasma activations and things we were wearing that had some sort of weird plasma. Anyway, it's all a blur at this point, so I'm probably not the best person to ask.
Plasma.
Ether,
Okay,
yes, ether.
who
That
said
was kind
that?
of okay. That was kind of what they were doing. Ether. That was Trisha. Ether. Is
Is
that
that
what we're
Trisha
going with?
Williams? Because she's one of
Uh,
mine.
I don't know. She's got a just Trisha.
Okay, so she usually shows up as Trisha Williams. She's been on retreat with me. That's why I wanted to know because she's
Mm,
been at the mastermind level with me. So plasma, yeah, you can translate it the physical and all the way to the etheric, right? So the whole range of the spectrum. So keep that in mind, one of the things that's apparently happening that I've heard from my own guidance first and foremost, and then I looked up, this is how it works a lot of the time, is I hear something and sometimes it's so outrageous. It's so absolutely unreasonable to my logical mind that I have to sit with it a little bit. And then I sometimes find the research from astrologers who are pointing to why it's happening. So I'm on the cutting edge, leading people into the new possibilities, right? But even I've had to do work on my reasonable mind. And so that is one of the shifts that we're going through. And one of the, I have found most pervasive stealth like infections from the previous paradigm is it requiring something to be reasonable or logical. So I've been doing my own work with that as well as on other people. Like even when we require, I need to have X amount of money in order to buy this program. I need to have this happen before I can do that. Like even that if then,
mm-hmm.
if we're in a quantum world where our hearts are and we are in an aligned in that tube co-creative capacity, then we're not anymore meant to be going. I first have to have that happen in the outside world before I
Yes.
can choose this. We're not in that concrete sequential world anymore. It is all about energy. So your heart's inspired about something. I'm not saying please go invest $240,000 you don't have in something. I'm not saying go totally irrational, of course, but in the law of magnetics and co-creation, in the times we're in now, the heart leads, the spirit leads, and then physical matter fills in. So plasma, in an etheric form that Trisha said is coming down from the dwarf planets. These dwarf planets are way out there, and apparently they're very connected to our ancient wisdom. And
Mm,
apparently they're showering down upon us. Also, they're helping to induce a higher consciousness, the dwarf planets. So these are the really outer ones that they're just recently discovering. And they ask us and give us energies that create the vibrational backdrop we're living in to shift into higher consciousness and to come out of ego dominance, which has been the prominence of my work all the way through. The
wow.
heart led instead of the ego dominance. So part of what's happening is they're showering plasma down that the sun is then transforming into codes that when we get out in the sun, we receive
Mm,
that go into our DNA and go into, therefore, our genetics and actually help lengthen the telomeres. Telomeres are what help. The shorter the telomeres, the less time we'll live. The longer the telomeres, the more we'll live. And a really, really cool fact, too, is telomeres apparently lengthen when astronauts go out into space.
wow.
It's been measured by NASA. And so when they come, so there's something about the galactic energy. Yes, it's the body's adaptation, yeah? But there's also something about this galactic energy that has that kind of potential in it that is, in particular, from the dwarf planets, commanding us to shift out of ego
Yes.
and into that higher consciousness, that this light for our telomeres to lengthen and our 12 DNA strands to activate, it's all a part of where we're evolving into. So, yeah, that's enough for now.
That's amazing. I mean, so huge possibilities,
Yeah.
things we've never imagined before. And I love what you said about we're moving from sort of this Newtonian reality to this quantum reality where, it's almost instantaneous and we be led by the heart and let the energy of the heart, let the energy of the quantum sort of guide, and then the physical fills in, right? Oh, well, it's
Yes.
almost like saying,
And then the physical fills in is a great way to put it.
yeah, well, you said that, it's like saying seeing is
Thanks.
believing. No, believing is actually seeing, right? Be led first, and
Nowadays.
then the physical fills in. The belief actually creates the thing, creates the way. And with that, I know people have been waiting. I know we've been activating and turning on light columns and releasing a bunch of stuff all over the place. But we're going to be diving in, I think, Dr. Alson, into a vibrational upgrade and a signature clearing and activation from you. And
Okay.
before we do that, really quick, I'm gonna those people listening in on Facebook, X, or YouTube, I'm gonna cut the stream so you guys listen in on our page only. So all the Zoom people here, y'all are good, but I just do this for the rest of the people in social world because I don't want people driving, operating heavy equipment, or trying to work the tractor and plow the field and bring in the harvest, and then they zonk out and go to the 100th dimension, and then the tractor just hits a cow or something. So we're gonna recommend that you
Save
go
the
to our.
cows!
That's right. You're gonna recommend you go to our page, uafterrevolution.com/Allison30. If you are listening on a social site, you want to catch this, go there. We'll have a link in the description. And then, Dr. Allison, let's begin now for all these wonderful folks here on Zoom. We're ready